Good afternoon, this is Gidget Graham with Crown Point Realty, broker owner, here with your March 2019 housing update. Are we in an expanding or contracting housing market? Well, let's first look at the definition of what a contracting market means. It means that the current reporting period is either increasing or decreasing in price appreciation from the previous reporting period. So for example, in March of 2018, we were experiencing a 10.2% appreciation factor. If you saw our January projections, we're looking for 2019 to be in the 3 to 4%. So of course that's below 10.2, so we are even considered a contracting market. But before all the headlines scare you and what that means, the data tells us an important story. And data, although not fun and can be a little bit boring, it does give us some real facts to make solid decisions from. So the housing market is seeing a slower growth rate, but the headlines are telling you a recession is coming. A recession is coming. Does that mean you got to be careful or cautious, or what does that mean? And how does a recession affect the housing market? Well, if you look at the housing market, how it was impacted in the last 5 recessions, 3 of the last 5 housing prices actually stayed very close to the same or even appreciated. 2 of the markets, they did decrease. Of course, we all remember 2007, which was a very long and did have a long impact, and a pretty substantial impact of the housing market. So that's what's fresh in all of our memories. However, a housing market at a 3 to 4% appreciation is considered a healthy housing market. And CoreLogic's numbers reported just this last week, they're looking at housing market in Nevada to be in the 4 to 5% range. So looking at what's on the forecast for Nevada, let's look at what impacts on the Nevada economy are seeing. So Nevada's health economy is seeing job growth, which is the one factor that grows the health of the economy the most. We are number 1 for the last 6 reporting periods nationwide. That means Nevada is the strongest state for job growth at 2.8%. Our unemployment numbers are at the lowest levels we've seen for a while at 3.8%, and our population has grown at a rate of 1.1%. How does this all boil down to the housing market and what it means for you and your purchase or the sale of your home? Well, the median sales price for Nevada in March 2019 was $300,000. That's 7.1% increase over 2018, and year to date that's an increase of 1.6. So that puts us on target for that projected growth rate of 3 to 4%. So what is impacting the housing market? Inventory. That's the amount of homes on the market without an accepted offer. We saw that jump 84% from March of last year. So that's a number that we are watching very carefully. That's the amount of homes that homes going to be competing with. So you're going to have a lot more competition when you go to sell your home. So listing it competitively and pricing it at market conditions and allowing us to market it to the fullest extent possible is to get the buyers in there to see your home first is what's going to be critical. For our buyers, it's going to give you a lot more options. When you're out there making those decisions, you're going to have more product to select from, and you're going to probably find closer to some of the things that you were looking for you might not have been able to see last year. The other number that we're watching is the days on market. That's how long it takes for your home to get an accepted contract. So last March of 2018, that number was at 69% of the homes were under contract within 30 days. In comparison to this March, we were at about 51%. So it's taking a little longer for the homes to go under contract. Again, that's because our buyers are seeing more options, and so they're having time to make a little more decisions. They're not being rushed as they were last year. As our sellers go to price their homes, please be cautious looking into the Zillow estimate or basing the decision upon about what your neighbors might have listed their home for. Remember, list price is not sales price. Sales price is the home is the market value of the home, because that's what somebody was willing to pay for it. We can all list our home at something that we might desire. That doesn't mean that's what the buyer is going to, or the consumer is going to look to pay. So we would love to put in your hands that valuable information what the home values have been actually selling for in your neighborhood to help you make an educated decision as to what the current price is, or what the market demand is for your particular home. So what do we see for the rest of 2019? More of an even road. It's evening out between buyers and sellers are able to come together and negotiate the best deal for both of them. I think that when we see a negotiation come together, it works out for both buyer and seller. Our buyers are going to have more options, as I discussed. That's going to give them more flexibility. It's also giving them a little more time to make that decision so they're not feeling rushed. For our sellers, that means we got to make sure we market that home correctly, make sure we list it right from the get-go. If we don't list it right at the right price, the market sees that as a negative. So listing it correctly at the beginning is extremely important. Thank you for letting me share this with you. I look forward to speaking to you next July with our next housing update.